All right. Welcome to the Drag Driver Pete News presented by Summit Racing for February 2021. And we got Red Hat Scotty as a co host this morning while Mike is taking care of some family stuff. But we got tons of updates on event updates. We've got community updates. We've got all kinds of cool stuff for you this morning. So we'll go ahead and kick this thing off and get started. All right. Well, this is going to be fun. Like I mentioned, Mike is doing some family stuff this morning. So you guys know I'm Eric White, typically the co-host, but going to run as host for today. And we got Red Hat Scotty in here as our co-host. Tell him what you were doing this morning. You told me some exciting news as soon as we got on here.
Yeah. So good morning, everybody. Mike's out, so Eric's going to step up. I'm stepping in, and me and Eric were talking a minute ago, and I got registered for Drag Week this morning. So not only am I all amped up for that, I'm amped up to be here. So hopefully we get some comments here about other people that got in Drag Week this morning.
Yeah, that's awesome. We'll talk a little bit more about you and Drag Week a little later when we talk about that. But I'm excited for you. That's going to be a ton of fun. And obviously, you're going to be in my neck of the woods. So we'll get to hang out a little bit for that.
Yeah, that'll be great, man. Getting up that way again, having you come down, hang out. It's going to be a great week.
Yep, for sure. All right. Well, let's get this thing started. Obviously, we can't do this without all of our race car friends, everybody in here watching this morning. All of our Race Car Friends members, all the Race Car Friends we're going to see at all the events this year. I'm super excited. Mike always says after Sick Week, there's this like lull of events. So it's kind of like waiting to hang out with all of our Race Car Friends once again, but coming soon. And obviously can't do this without all of our sponsors making our travel possible and everything we get to do here. So thank you to Summit Racing Equipment, Deechworks, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Howard's Cam, J-Wire Solution, AFCO Racing Products, Performabuilt Transmissions, Car Chains 3D, Power Tube TV, WAF Racing, Sweet Patina, and Racing Junk. And here in the comments, we got Jesse Harris saying that he is in for Drag Week as well.
Awesome. Yeah, man, it'd be good seeing Jesse again.
All right. And obviously, you guys know Summit Racing is our title sponsor for everything here. So I am going to play this ad read for Summit Racing.
What does it mean to be built with Summit? It means you're hitting the autocross, drag strip, road course, trail, dirt, or open road with confidence. Because built with Summit means you're using parts from the top names in performance. Priced to make your project affordable. And it's all backed by trusted tech expertise and blazing fast shipping. Summit Racing Equipment. Let's build it together. SummitRacing.com.
I mean, is there a better voice than Brian Loans when it comes to stuff like that?
No, absolutely not, man. Brian's great.
Yeah. Number one SME qualified, locked in for another run at it. So it looks like going to be at Drag Week as well. All right. And now for Summit section here, we usually have a post or something along those lines. And I came across this one from Summit, and they have an article on the All Cylinders page of Sick Week and some great photos. So it looks like the photos were taken by Caitlin. What does that say? Caitlin Gunther. So shout out to Caitlin for some of these photos that were killer there on the On All Cylinders website. So obviously you've got Rich Guido, you've got Randy down there, you've got Rovic, and I can't remember who's in the the truck there, but I thought that was a amazing photo there.
Yeah, for sure.
So if you
Let's
haven't
see
seen
in.
that, head over and check that out on the All Cylinders website there on Summit. And this was just a cool shot. Obviously, the Summit truck there getting set up for Sick Week, so I had to include that one as well.
Oh, absolutely.
And then while you're on Summit, obviously, guys know that we have our Summit branded apparel on the website. You can get hoodies. It's still a little chilly out now. You can get T-shirts for the summer. You can get the big brim hats, which you'll need for these summer events to keep the shade off your neck. And then on some drag drive repeat news. This one was pretty exciting. Obviously, you guys know that we are involved with the Hot Rods by Havlicks, and Hot Rod Magazine is going to be putting together an article on the naturally aspirated cars that are signed up, and that'll be coming around March 7th. So the post read here was, together with Hot Rod Magazine, we have been lining up some of the baddest naturally aspirated street cars on the planet to attend the 3rd annual Havlicks Fastest Streetcar Shootout tribute race presented by Redline Synthetic Oil. So Hot Rod is going to do a preview article on the cars that are already signed up for the NA Shootout. We have a great start going right now with cars from NMCA to Drag and Drive, and even former Hot Rod Magazine Outlaw Champion car, to name a few. So from now until March 7th, any NA racers that want to compete in this class and be considered for Hot Rod Magazine's car preview article, please contact Hot Rod by Havlicks directly for an early registration link. So March 7th is the public registration, which opens at 8 a.m. Central Time, to fill any of the remaining spots until the 250 car limit is reached. So that includes all competition classes and index racers in total.
Yeah, that's going to be a super cool deal. Havlicks, their Fastest Streetcar Shootout's a great event. I'm really hoping to make it up there and hang out. But the fact that they're doing Hot Rod's doing this NA Shootout is going to be just super cool. Guys that don't add extra power, they just rely on what they have.
Yeah, and they still make some quick passes in those cars.
Absolutely. I mean, that's a lot of horsepower, just straight cubic inch compression, the old school way.
Yeah, they like doing it the hard way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
some would call it the fun way,
Yeah, the Hot Rod shootout is pretty awesome. I've gone for the past 2 years, and the quality of cars that they bring out is absolutely fantastic. It is truly one of my favorite events to go to every year, just to see some of those cars that you don't see at other events as well. So love this event here for sure. Yep, and Dustin here saying Havlicks on the bucket list, but already booked for 6, and have Ortho Monday for the bicep tendon pop. She talked about that on Wednesday night when we were live. So, man, hopefully you can get that taken care of, because 6 events is going to be busy this year.
Yeah, it'd be brutal.
All right, so some updates on the circuit. Do you realize how many days there are until the circuit?
No.
68 days. So we are getting there very quickly. So just over 2 months, and we will all be hanging out down in Tulsa at Tulsa Raceway Park. So I'm super excited. But man, 68 days for those that don't have their stuff together, that's going to come up quick.
Yeah, no, that definitely is going to sneak up on us faster than I think a lot of us are ready for, self included.
Yeah. Yep. And so Tulsa is actually going to be doing a legendary midnight drags for Saturday, May 2nd. I know this image is showing April 4th, but they are doing one on May 2nd. It is set up as a test and tune style, but we were thinking about maybe should we run a few heads up classes during that midnight drags?
Absolutely, we should. We should get all of our friends together since we'll be down there and throw some kind of little shindig together.
Yeah, Yeah, you're right. Well, I'll be there, and I know we kind of had planned about this last year, but obviously weather had to change our plans. So, kind of bringing that idea back and wondering, the legendary midnight drags would be kind of fun to bring out some true street cars, some drag and drive racers to go out there and run against some of those guys that are just coming up for the test and tune event. Yeah, 68 days. Yep. It'll be here quick. Tom saying
Yeah, it's
Havlicks
gonna.
was one of their favorite events last year, with the exception of the heat. It was pretty warm last year.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited to see if we can pull off something here with the midnight drags at the circuit. I think that would be a ton of fun. I've never obviously been down there for one of their midnight drags, but sounds like an absolute blast.
Oh, they are the Tulsa Midnight Drags. I mean, it's literally the legendary Midnight Drags, and they are. I've been down there a handful of times for them, and it's never a bad time. Even if you blow your stuff up, it's still a blast. There's so many people, so many great, nice people, and then a lot of fast cars. So it's just a good time in general. Then you
Yeah.
add in the circuit and our friends, our group of racers. I mean, what more could you want?
Right. Exactly. I love it. And then last thing here on the circuit is trophies have been ordered. So big shout out to Travis Wise at Revved Up Laserworks for once again we'll be doing all of our trophies for the circuit. So I'm excited to see what he comes up with this year.
Yeah, well, Travis does some really cool designs. He thinks outside of the box on a lot of his stuff, and it always turns out phenomenal. I love what Travis is doing over there at Revved Up Laserworks.
Yep, absolutely. All right. Well, I'm going to play this video and then we're going to talk about some Driven Racing Oil event updates.
Hey, it's Brandon from Fort Smith, Arkansas here. Driven Racing Oil is a performance engine oil that can do it all. GP1 is the ultimate oil for any race or performance application. Whether launching hard at the drag strip and during the extreme heat of off-road and circle track, or pushing the limits in top-fueled drag boats and demo derbies, winning racers choose GP1. Compatible with engines from classic hot rods to cutting-edge race machines, GP1's unique surface cleaning and high zinc formulation ensures superior wear protection, particularly for flat tappet camshafts, while solving issues like cylinder washout with methanol and ethanol fuels. Crafted from the legendary Bradford, Pennsylvania base oil and enhanced with state-of-the-art additive packages, GP1 offers the best in protection and performance.
And you can use code DDR10 to get that 10% discount on anything on the Driven Oil website. So if you're purchasing anything, be sure to type in that code and save yourself 10%. And John Doutry here saying 68 days and my car still has no back half or cage in it.
That's gonna be a fun 68 days there, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, you got any advice for him there? Probably stop watching and getting out in the garage and start working.
Yeah, just turn the cell phone off, lock the shop door, crank some Pantera, and get to work.
Ooh, love that. Great advice there. All right, so looking at some registration. So Heads Up Hustle opened their registration last night. So anybody that is in that area, Dragway 42, Milan, back to Dragway 42, if you guys are interested in that, it is open now. So you can head over there and get registered for Heads Up Hustle. That's a fun one there, and you get to hear Mike's voice doing the announcing over there as well. And this next one, you told us in the beginning of the show that you got registered, but how long has it been since you were in a drag week?
The last drag week that we did was 2017. So, coming up on that 9-10 year area.
Yeah.
So be good to get back and then running out that way, the Illinois side, starting out at the, iconic Route 66 dragway is just going to be awesome. I'm really excited to run that track. I've been there, but I've never ran it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've only been there a handful of times and never been there for a drag and drive, obviously. So that's going to be super exciting. That's such a beautiful track, and they don't host a lot of races there. They don't open for much. So it'll be exciting to go there and see that. Obviously, from Joliet, we'll head down to Byron, then over to Cordova, and then all the way down to Worldwide Technology Raceway in St. Louis. And that drive from St. Louis back to Joliet's going to be an interesting one because that's going to be a little bit of a haul there.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Just the distance there alone, and then the routes that they're going to take us. I'm super curious to see how they're going to, zigzag us back.
Yeah. Yep. And obviously there's tons of Route 66 that I'm pretty sure you could go almost from Worldwide up to Joliet. So it'd be interesting to see how much of Route 66 that they use. So again, I'm excited for this one. This one opened up at 9 a.m. Eastern. So it's been open for what, just over an hour?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's correct.
And again, Red Hat Scotty got into Drag Week. So everybody that's up in my neck of the woods, be looking for that black Mustang. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. It's going to be great. It's going to be a great week. Getting up, doing another drag and drive. I guess the OG.
Yeah.
Drag week.
Yeah, Jeff Kirchhoff here saying 66 used to be a great track. He bracket raced his Mustang there for a few seasons. And Mike in here listening to us while he's taking care of his stuff, saying Cordova to Worldwide should be a big drive too.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
And Drag Week, they say, are sold out in less than 5 minutes. So, man, you must have been on it this morning. quick trigger fingers there, huh?
My fingers were faster than the car this time.
I love it. That's awesome. So again, that opened up this morning, but sounds like it's sold out already. So if you didn't make it there in those 5 minutes, sorry. It's going to be a good one. Race Week registration for veterans opened up yesterday, and the public registration opens up at 11 a.m. Eastern. And you're also going to be here as well, correct?
That is correct. I got registered for Race Week yesterday as a veteran. And then obviously, was it last month, I got registered for 1-0 as well. So I will be doing 1-0, 2-0, and now Drag Week.
Man, you are going to be a busy man this year. Absolutely love it. Going to be awesome. Next one up here, the Home Quarter Drag and Drive in Canada. Their registration is going to open up at noon Eastern time. So for those up in that region, the Home Quarter Drag and Drive will open at noon. So if that's something you're interested in, jump over there and get registered for that. That's going to be another great one as well. And Tom here saying that they got into Drag Week, the Drag Pack at least. So going to be awesome to see them as well. And looking at other events that registration is already open for, you've got Drop the Hammer, you've got 666, you've got the Great American Detour, you've got Buckeye Skips, Back to the Street, and Street Yeet. I don't have numbers on what spots are available for these, but I do know that all of these are already open. So if you want to get into any of those, head out and check out their site and see how many of those are still open. Mike saying that you are single-handedly spurring the drag and drive economy.
I guess.
Red Hat says, all I know is my wallet feels a little bit lighter.
Yeah. Something like that anyway. I mean, you can't take it with you, so might as well spend it while we're here.
Yeah, you're not wrong. The new event, Pistons in the Pines, they had made a post that their classes, they're rolling out the list of classes. So they are going to have DYO, small tire, big tire, stick shift, gasser, hot rod, tailgate, and an all-wheel drive class. So they said the full rules for each class will be on the website that will be going live next week. Registration will not be live until March, and there will be limited spots. The rules will be relatively minimal, so get in where you fit in And DYO is literally for anyone and everyone if you don't fit a class or don't want to be in a class. So Pistons in the Pine, again, the first year one. This is going to be one that is up in the Northeast coast. So pretty excited to see how their first event turns out. And Matt Frost, thanks Red Hat for all the support, sir.
Hey, thank you, Matt.
So with that, that leaves us with 48 events on the Drag and Drive schedule for 2026. The full schedule, dragdriverepeat.com/event list -2026. You can check out that beautiful interactive map that Mike has put together. Makes it so much easier to kind of see on that map where events are, where they're starting at. So head over there, check that out, and see what events are near you. All right, so thank you to Driven for being a part of the program and all the event updates for Driven. And then going on to Deechworks. Deechworks is a leading manufacturer of high-performance fuel system components. The DW product line includes fuel injectors, fuel pumps, pump modules, fuel rails, regulators, filters, lines, and fittings, and surge tanks, all engineered to support power levels ranging from 400 to over 3,000 horsepower, with a focus on engineering and excellence and industry-leading customer support. Deechworks continues to drive the future of high-performance fueling. And again, DDR10 is the code for the 10% discount. And super excited to see the vehicles that they are going to be bringing to the circuit. Obviously, we've got the 850 Mustang driven by Mark Campbell, and then Mr. David Deech himself bringing out a vehicle, which is going to be super awesome to see.
Oh, that's going to be cool that they're bringing down 2 cars to run the circuit with. Obviously it's really awesome that they, step up, help out, sponsor and all that. But the fact that they're bringing cars and going to compete as well, just a whole new level of, the support and all this stuff. Those guys actually can take a little bit of time and have some fun while putting out their products and helping and doing what they do.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. I'm excited for them to have a ton of fun and to see those guys riding some go-karts as well. Like, see how much fun we're going to have on those go-karts, because that's going to be a blast.
Oh, that is going to be probably, I don't want to say the highlight, but it's going to be up there pretty high, getting back on the go-karts again.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm excited. All right. And then Car Chains 3D. So Car Chains 3D should be your first choice for custom 3D printed parts for your project car. Corey can take that idea to a reality. Maybe you're looking for that special car guy gift they can't get anywhere else. Corey can produce a one-off keychain for that special person's special car. Find more at carchains3d.com or on social media by searching for Car Chains 3D on Facebook or Instagram. This one here is pretty cool. I don't know if you got a chance to see this, but the post said Dylan Messick rocking our turbo inlet cover. Don't wait, get yours today. So obviously for someone like me whose car seems to be always taken apart, some turbo covers like this would be pretty useful.
Oh, for sure. I'm definitely going to have to reach out and get myself one of those.
Yeah.
There's a lot of goodness going on in that picture, but that turbo cover sticks out real nice. Does a good job of keeping that turbo sealed up for, your transport or your storage or whatever.
Yep. And I see you eyeballing that BTR intake up there too.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Looking nice.
Yep. And Kanan Hall. So Kanan goes out and runs 8s at Sick Week, personal bests on day 5. Then he comes home and does this, tears apart a car with upgrades in mind for drag week. So his update to us was hoping to make the exhaust more efficient and clean stuff up a little bit and make it so the exhaust and things aren't as close to the valve covers to move heat away from the coils, and it's hard to add oil because of the exhaust.
Yeah, nothing better than, running your PB and running an 8 at Sick Week, and then the moment you get home, you just tear your car apart. That's typical car guy things.
Yeah, right. How many times have you done that? Come home from an event after completing it and then tear the car apart?
There's been a couple times the car didn't make it home and I already started tearing it apart. So I understand, where Kanan's coming from.
Yeah. And some good points there, obviously, removing some heat from the coils, obviously trying to put oil in when the exhaust is hot there would be a pain too. So, and yeah, Kanan, Mike saying Kanan is signed up for drag week, so he'll be up here in that beautiful C10 as well.
Yes. Yeah, there's nothing more trying than doing any of the drag and drives. And then you always learn something. No matter how long your car's been together, how many times you've done one, you'll find something that you're like, well, I could do this just a hair better. And I feel like that's where we're at right here. We noticed, hey, it worked. I ran an 8. I mean, running an 8 is just impressive, no matter what car or vehicle it is. So then when you find those little things and you're like, hey, I could do this a little better, then you're
Yeah.
ready for the next one.
Yeah. And eights and that big truck it's no easy feat there.
Yeah, I wonder what that thing actually weighs.
Yeah. Danny Grubaugh here saying, I got on the wait list for 1.0. Is the car ready? I'm taken? Absolutely not. I have driven the car a grand total of 2 miles. So,
Oh, so he's ready. It's road tested. He's got 2 miles on it.
yeah, a Canon here, an 8 at 4,200 pounds.
Yeah, that's a lot of weight moving, going 8 seconds at 4,200 pounds. That is impressive.
Yeah. So big shout out to Kanan. Make sure you keep us updated on the progress of this. Excited to see what you come up with to kind of change that up. So appreciate sending us that information. And I don't know if you saw this one. This one was pretty awesome. So Trick Chassis had made a post on Nico Cristoferi's Malibu build, which was pretty cool. You can see there was a ton of pictures on here of the car and all kinds of stuff. So the post here that they made said, when a build is this serious, the chassis better be ready. This 79 Malibu is packing a 40, does it say 406? I think, can't see in the notes here. 406 small block Chevy with twin 7875 turbos, controlled by a Holly Dominator and backed by a face-plated T56 from Tick Performance. And it goes on to say underneath, it's fully reinforced with Trick Chassis hardware from front to back. So it's got the setup here is Trick Chassis radiator support, frame brace kit, lower torque box reinforcements, rear coilover kit, Magnum anti-roll bar with billet arms, and a braced forward 9-inch rear end. And said originally planned for our instant center kit, but after finding the upper torque box cracked apart, the decision was made to upgrade to a, Merlet upper box and reinforce it the right way. That is what real race prep looks like. Adapt, reinforce, and then send it.
Yeah. And so this is actually a build that I've been following. Nico's my brother. We're real good friends, and so I get a lot of behind the scenes updates. So it's cool that they put it out where everyone else can see what I've been seeing and the work that Nico's been doing over there with Jason Hurley, and it's just this build is so cool. I was fortunate enough to ride in it before it went full blown. This wild, small, conventional small block, twin turbo, stick shifted Malibu. I cannot wait to see. I'm more excited to see this car out than probably Nico is.
Yeah. And probably get a ride in it again.
Oh, I'll be begging for a ride again. Just hopefully it's not at 1 a.m. trying to go all the way back the route to go hang out with people on the side of the road. While that was fun, I'd like to have a nice little cruise. Maybe I can convince Nico to take me, get a Happy Meal or something.
There you go. Yeah. Looking through those pictures on the Trick Chassis page, though, there is some beautiful work being done on this car. So I'm excited to stay up to date on this and see how his build comes along.
Yeah, he's really gunning to get it together for the circuit. So hopefully, the stars align and everything comes together and we both can see it for the first time together at the circuit.
Yeah, that'd be incredible. 68 days, though. 68 days to get this thing put together. It'll be here before you know it.
I'd like to say Nico has time, but time is dwindling down pretty fast.
Yeah.
But he is a madman, so hopefully he can get the, mad little arms moving and get this thing all back together.
Absolutely. All right. Well, appreciate Car Chains for being a part of our program. And anything you need, we talk about his keychains, but obviously he does turbo inlet covers. He does cup holders for your shifter. He does mounts for your screens for your EFI, roll bar lights, tons and tons of stuff that's very useful for the drag and drive community. So if you've got an idea, something that maybe he doesn't produce, reach out to Corey, because I guarantee you he will be able to help you with that. All right. You want to thank our race car friends?
Hey, thank all of you. We can't do this show and get out and do all the things we do without you guys. So thank you all very, very much. Keep continuing to support, come together. Race car friends are the best friends.
Absolutely. Love it. And thank our sponsors while you're at it.
Yeah. Thank you to all our huge sponsors: Summit Racing, Deechworks, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Howard's Cams, J-Wire Solutions, AFCO, Performa Built Transmissions, Car Change 3D, PowerTube TV, WAF Racing, Sweet Patina, and Racing Junk. I want to thank you all very much for all the support that you've given and continue to give.
Love it. Love it. Thank you. And Molly Motorsports. So a couple more, just like Deechworks, some racers that support what we do here. So attention high performance enthusiasts and racers, meet the Molly Motorsports Power Pack Kit, your ultimate solution for power packed performance. The Power Pack pistons are either made from a 4032 aluminum alloy to allow for tighter cylinder to wall clearances and improved temperature stability, or the 2618 alloy to allow for increased detonation resistance. So what sets Molly apart? Well, it's their forged pistons, graphol coating, and phosphate treatment for peak performance and durability. Elevate your ride today with Molly Motorsports, where performance meets precision. Visit mollymotorsports.com for more details. And for our podcast listeners, Molly is spelled Mahle. So appreciate George and Eric and everybody over there at Molly for everything that they do. And they will also be at the circuit with us again this year. So excited for that. And John Paul Franks saying, good morning, Heads Up Hustle registration is open. We did cover that during the Driven Racing Oil segment. Hopefully you get some registrants over there. It's excited for Heads Up Hustle this year. All right, so jumping into the Howard's Cam community segment here.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Harris from the Monoxide Podcast. Real quick, Howard's Cams was founded as a racing cam manufacturer almost 80 years ago when Howard Johansson created Howard's Power and Racing Equipment in 1945. Howard's Cams has always used on-track experience to design the most powerful designs, and today they have an even greater group of experienced racers in circle track, drag racing, road race, mud bog, and marine. They use all this input plus the most advanced computer software to design the most competitive race-winning products. From pioneers in drag racing and oval track to cutting-edge marine development, Howard's Cams is at the forefront of the industry. So make sure to reach out to our friend Luke B for your next valve train upgrade.
Appreciate Howard's Cam, Luke B, if you need anything for your drivetrain, and then Harris from the Monoxide Podcast for doing that voiceover. He is out there killing it with his podcast. And Mike here saying John Paul also got signed up for Drag Week in an NA Mustang. So excited. Saw that last year at Drag Week, and 2 years ago now at Drag Week. So excited to see him back out and doing that. All right, first thing here under the sick wild cards. This was posted. These are the sick wild cards that will be available at the following events for 2026. It's a little tiny over there on the side of the screen, but as we go through them here, the sick summer, the top 10 overall racers will get sick wild cards. You've got sick Michigan miles, the top 10 overall as well. The Edelbrock Sick 66, top 10 overall. Speedfest, you've got top 10 in Sick the Meg 750 and 850 classes. And then for our event, the circuit, top 3 overall will be Sick Wildcards. Back to the Streets, overall winner. Drop the Hammer, overall, Drop the Hammer Michigan, overall winner. Street Weekend UK, the top 3 overall there. Rocky Mountain Race Week 1.0, top 3 overall. Sick Week Sweden, top 3 overall. Big Sky Race Week, overall winner. Miles of Mayhem, top 3 overall. Hot Rod Drag Week, top 3 overall. Redwood Rally, overall winner. And 2028 Sick Week Invite. Rocky Mountain Race Week 2.0, overall winner. Street Machine Drag Challenge Australia, top 3 overall. And Southeast Street Meet, top 3 overall, gets a 2028 Sick Week invite. So, man, lots of sick wild cards there. So appreciate what they're doing, giving some of these racers at all these other events an opportunity to get into some of those sick events.
I know that's a cool deal, the sick wild cards, really kind of stacking the deck, playing on that card theme there. So
Love
that's
it.
cool. If you guys step up and in, some of those top 10 overalls, a lot of classes and stuff, but if they're doing it by the overall, then you got a chance.
Yeah.
That's cool
Absolutely.
too. We got the circuit on there, top 3 overall. Your overall winner on Back to the Street. I mean, that's just a cool program to get, that extra little invite into, that sick event there. So,
Yeah, because just like drag week selling out in 5 minutes, these sick events sell out super quick. So you get one of these sick wild cards, you'll have a guaranteed spot available for you, and you don't have to worry about trying to get on there and get those quick fingers in there. And it's a good opportunity. So appreciate them for that.
absolutely.
Jesse here saying I came in a little late. How do we get lucky and get Red Hat on here this morning? Mike is taking care of some family stuff, so Red Hat decided to jump on here with us and have a little fun this morning.
Yeah, try to brighten your morning up a little bit.
Derek here saying this year Aaron and Trevor Brandon used a sick wild card to get into the event and 1 sick week free classes. So perfect example there on how using the sick wild cards gets you into an event and then comes home with a win.
Yeah, no, and that Aaron and Trevor Brandon's GTR, they went that 7-second pass. So, I mean, he really stepped up this year. And I was actually able to, lucky enough, I was lucky, they weren't. They had a trailer issue on the way to Sick Week, just not even a few miles from where I live. So I was able to get up and help them get the trailer fixed so they could make it to Sick Week.
I remember that. And we talk about that all the time. That's the one of the best things about the drag and drive community, because no matter where you're traveling across the country, from one event to another, wherever, there's almost always somebody within driving distance of you that can help you out, which in this case was definitely real close to you. So pretty awesome of you to be able to go out and help them take care of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I woke up to a bunch of messages and texts and stuff, and I said, all right, let me know where you're at. I'm on my way.
That's awesome. All right. Well, again, appreciate the sick team for doing that and rolling out these wild cards and including us at the circuit in that. Some IHRA updates. IHRA has agreed to purchase Virginia Motorsports Park. So that's pretty awesome. Post says after 8 years of ownership, Tommy and Judy Franklin have entered into an agreement with Daryl Cuddle of Cuddle Motorsports and the IHRA to purchase the 500-acre facility, another marquee track added to the IHRA lineup. Tommy Franklin shared that we have truly enjoyed the tenure of time that we have had at this facility. We are passing off the baton in hopes that this is just the beginning of even more exciting times in the history of Virginia Motorsports Park. So
that's super cool. Opening up a new chapter.
Yep. So that one's cool. That's an existing track, a beautiful track that IHRA is purchasing. However, the next one here, they are bringing back Atlanta Dragway, which has been closed down. So the IHRA has officially acquired Atlanta Dragway in Banks County, just outside of Commerce, Georgia, making an important step in bringing one of Southeast's most historic drag racing facilities back to life. It originally opened in 1976. Atlanta Dragway became a cornerstone of grassroots and national drag racing, built on land originally graded for an airport, with its first timing tower repurposed from the airport's control tower. The facility represents an ingenuity and heart of American motorsports. After its closure in 2021, the future of the track remained uncertain until the local community and leaders worked to preserve it for racing. A recent unanimous vote by the Banks County Commission cleared the way for its reopening. So again, we talk about it all the time, but anytime that a racetrack can reopen is a really, really good thing.
Absolutely. It's great, the history and everything there at Atlanta Dragways. So, the IHRA bringing them back is just huge. It's great. I'm super excited for that track to come back.
Yeah. Yep, that is awesome. And what else is really cool is Jared Holt is running the King of the Off-Road this weekend, going on right now. This one is pretty cool. This is something that hasn't been done anywhere else other than Jared obviously running it, and some super cool ideas doing this King of the Off-Road. So you can see that's going on February 20th through 22nd. So here till tomorrow, just a weekend deal. I love the off-road thing here. You can see some of the unique vehicles that they're going to have at this event. But one of our buddies is out there as well. Phil Balmaceda is out there in a Lexus LX 450. Like, how cool is that?
So Phil, he went ahead and parked the stick shift Corvette that he owns and got the Lexus out and doing a little off-road action.
Yeah.
I mean, I was hoping he was going to take the Corvette out there myself.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I love this idea. It's just another way to bring community together and do some fun stuff. So again, King of the Off-Road going on right now. This would be a ton of fun. You can follow along with King of the Off-Road on Facebook. They've got some updates going on there. So check that out. There was a ton of photos on Phil's page. So I just grabbed a couple of his from his post, but there was like 60 something photos that Phil had posted. So if you want to check that out, go over there, Phil Balmaceda on Facebook, and tons of photos. And you can just see how cool this is. It's a unique spin on drag and drive, but I love it. Ken Cuddle in here got into Drag Week as well.
Nice.
Love it. Awesome. All right. Well, again, appreciate Howard's Cam for everything that they do. Again, hit up Luke B for your valve train needs, and he will get you going with some Howard's Cam components. And that leads us into our last segment here, the Racing Junk Classifieds. Racing Junk Classifieds is our official buy-sell partner of Drag Drive Repeat and is your go-to destination for everything from race cars to trailers, engines, and more. So again, Racing Junk stepped up and put together a drag and drive segment on their website specifically for drag and drive cars, which is super awesome. So let me share my screen here and show you what I found this week. And this fits perfectly along the lines of Nico. We were showing his Malibu earlier. So here is an 81 Malibu big block Chevy pump gas street car, 30 grand. And I just love the way this thing looks.
Oh, absolutely. That thing's sitting pretty.
Nice color, full interior there. This one is out of New Jersey. This one is very clean, 81 Malibu, pump gas, 320 head with a solid roller on one plate system. It's a TH400 with a brake and Ultra Bell with scatter shield, a Dana 60 narrowed anti-roll bar, 411s with spool, RC comp wheels all around, an 850 Cert Molly cage with chute and swing out door bar. Have paperwork and receipts with a title. So you can get yourself
like a killer deal.
Right. You can get yourself into an 850 car, a beautiful looking car for 30 grand.
Oh, absolutely, man. That thing's sitting pretty. It's got the nice cage in it, the swing outs, big block power on a plate kit. I mean, there you go. What more could you want?
Right. Yep. Right out of New Jersey. So that'll be up in the neck of the woods of the Pistons and the Pines. So if anybody's in that area or anybody that buys this, that's what they should do with it. They should take that to Pistons in the Pines and put that thing on a drag and drive right away.
Yeah, just double down, buy the car today, turn around, get the entry to Pistons and Pines, and there you go. You're done. You're a drag and drive ready unit.
And then after you do that, go friend Nico on Facebook, and he'll tell you how to set up this G body. Hit up Trick Performance and get some stuff there too. What more could you ask
hit up
for?
Trick Performance and say, send me the Nico package.
I like that. Perfect. Awesome. Well, once again, appreciate Racing Junk for everything that they've done for us. They have a drag and drive schedule now on their website. So another place where you can find more drag and drive events. They set up our drag and drive category for people that want to go look specifically for street cars, drag and drive cars. Last time I looked, there was like 34 cars in there. And again, we feature one or two of those every weekend on the show. And I agree with Mike. That's a lot of car for 30 grand.
Yeah, that's a deal.
So pretty awesome there. All right. Well, that about wraps up the show. I don't know about you, but Mike doesn't show up one week and we're right on time. We're like right on schedule for the day.
Right. Nailed it.
All right. Well, let's close this thing out. And once again, appreciate all of our race car friends for being here. Everybody watching on a Saturday morning. Again, love doing the Saturday morning shows. Like, what better way to wake up on a Saturday morning than to get some news on drag and drive? To me, that's what makes this show so much fun. So again, appreciate all of our race car friends, all of our race car friends members, and appreciate all of you guys supporting us. And again, all of our sponsors, can't do that without them. Summit Racing Equipment, Deechworks, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Howard's Cam, J-Wire Solution, AFCO Racing Products, Performabuilt Transmissions, Car Chains 3D, Power Tube TV, WAF Racing, Sweet Patina, and Racing Junk. And once again, want to thank Red Hat Scotty for being on here with me this morning and helping out. What's up next for you? What do you got going on?
I've got most of the black car back together. I did some updates on it. Just some minor. I switched some brakes around and whatnot there. Then we're going to be working on my coupe. You can kind of see it. It's been a couple years since it's been out. Put a new motor together for it. I'm going to try to run some of the 8-second times in it. But just basically working on stuff, getting things together. I think the first drag and drive we're doing this year is the circuit, coming up in 68 days. But I will be in Doo-Doo Brown, my 81 Ford Fairmont station wagon, part of that $3,000 challenge.
I'm excited for that. I think that's going to be a ton of fun. And seen a few people posting their builds, so it looks like we're going to have some fun cars. Where are you at on that car right now?
It runs and drives. It just doesn't stop. I've been having a serious issue with the brakes, and I still cannot figure it out. So I'm about to just go through the entire brake system front to back because I have no idea why it will not stop.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm excited. That'll be a great time, and look forward to seeing everybody in their cheap cars at the circuit.
Yeah,
All
for sure.
right.
The circuit's going to be a blast this year.
Absolutely. Well, once again, appreciate you jumping on here with me this morning and hanging out. It's been fun.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Thanks for putting up with me. I'm sorry that you weren't able to be here, but thank you for allowing me to come into your space and have a little bit of fun with Eric.
Absolutely. All right. We will see everybody on Wednesday night for the Drag Drive Repeat show on Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Central. So see you guys.